So I've been thinking recently, you know how you hear all these people who have great ideas, great plans, when they get older in their career they want to do great things in life, but how many of those people that you've heard those stories from, how many of them have actually came through and done what they wanted to achieve in their lifetime? I would say like 90% of them haven't, right? And that got me to think, like, why is that so many people set out these great ambitions that they're gonna do great things, be super awesome when they're older, but then they end up just being an average human being? Like really, why is that? So many people, like when you go to school, they make you do all these vision boards as of what you vision yourself, like in the next 5 years or 10 years, or sometimes even 20 years. But why is it that the majority of those people who do these things, who have these ideas, never end up succeeding in life? Now, I think I have the answer. Now, I'm not sure if this answer is correct or right, but I kind of think it's true. I think that the reason why these people who have these great ambitions, great ideas, the reason why they don't ever end up being successful in life is because they just don't get started. Either they don't know how to get started or they're afraid to get started, but because when you start something and you continue that, you're eventually going to get to where you want to be with practice and trial and error, kind of like I'm doing right now. And if you don't believe me, just look at people who came from being a nobody and who are now like super rich, like Lebron James.
LeBron James.
He came from a little small town in Ohio, and now it's this big deal. You know, one thing that he did right was he got started. He got started and eventually grew into this big deal, and now he's known worldwide. So what I want you, the viewer, to gain from today's episode is that if you have an idea, you have been gifted, but now what you have to do is just take advantage of that idea. Turn it into something. Get started, because if you have this great idea, you tell these people, they're going to be like, that's awesome, but none of that matters until you actually get started. For example, when I told everybody I knew that I was going to start a YouTube channel like 4 or 5 months ago, they were excited for me. They're like, that's great, but what if I would have never started? None of this would have ever became a reality. I would have not had 120 subscribers. I would have had 0 subscribers, and really the only reason why I have 120 is because I've gotten started and I'm continuing. Once you get started, you also have to, continue, but getting started is also, can be the easiest part, it can be the hardest part, can be the most challenging part mentally even at times. Get started and see what comes from there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you tomorrow, see you in a couple days, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye. What's up, dude? I saw Natalia on Euclid. That's my friend from cross country.